Yeah, it's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Ed Sheeran, today's Donkey of the Day is very sad. Donkey of the Day for Monday, October 31st goes to 33-year-old Keisha Golden of Chicago, Illinois. Salute to everybody from the Chi. This story saddens me deeply for a number of reasons, but it's a teachable moment in this story, and it's a simple lesson. Stop trying to make toxic relationships work. Whenever I see these articles that have headlines like 10 necessary steps to fix a toxic relationship, I don't pay attention to any of those. Okay, the ones I pay attention to are 10 steps to end a toxic relationship or 10 steps on how to stop being in a toxic relationship, because the reality is toxic relationships do not end well. And this leads me to the story I'm about to tell you today. Keisha Golden, 33 years old. Her boyfriend and multiple family members at the house kicking it on a Sunday, and they began to argue over the microwave. Okay, listen to what I just said. They started to argue over the microwave, and Keisha knocked the plate out her boyfriend's hands. Now, let me tell you something. When you get to the point where y'all arguing over something as simple as microwave use, it's time to move on. Okay, next thing you know, you're going to start hating the way the person chews. You're going to start hating the way the person breathes. Everything about the person is going to start pissing you off, and that's what this situation sounds like to me. It's not the microwave use that pissed Keisha off. It's everything that has been going on in their life previously that I'm sure culminated into this microwave moment. Trust me, whatever has been happening with these two was brewing and baking for a while, and this microwave moment was the final stand, because after Keisha knocked the plate out of her boyfriend's hand, her boyfriend grabbed her and pushed her down against the counter. Her uncle intervened, stepped between them, broke them up, and then Keisha's boyfriend went to their bedroom, and Keisha allegedly continued to argue with him before grabbing a knife. A family member tried to separate them, but Keisha allegedly reached around him and stabbed her boyfriend in the thigh. Golden's boyfriend, who has not been identified, was taken to a hospital with a severed artery and died. Now, there's a lot of nuance to this story. Number one, she's 8 months pregnant with her boyfriend's child. I'm sure emotions were through the roof, hormones off, all types of things going on, not making excuses or justifying anything she did, just giving some nuance. And remember what I said, you just don't get to the point of arguing over microwave use and that leading to a murder. Okay, prosecutors said Keisha had no criminal history, but since June, between her and her boyfriend, they have filed 5 domestic violence reports with police. 5! In 4 of the incidents, Golden accused her boyfriend of physical violence, including choking, slapping, or punching her. In a report made in August with police, her boyfriend accused her of stabbing him in the neck. He was hospitalized, but he didn't press charges. Let me tell you something, man. We live in a society that really, really, really loves plane crashes. We see it all the time. Nobody wants to truly help anyone. In fact, instead of getting people help when we see they need it, we pull out our phones and record the dysfunction. And then when situations like this happen, everyone acts shocked and surprised and can't believe it, as if all the signs weren't right there in your face. These two individuals had no business together, which is why I told you I don't read articles that tell you how to fix a toxic relationship. There's no fixing a toxic relationship, okay? It's just a trauma bond until both individuals decide to go fix themselves individually, okay? Do some work on themselves individually, okay? 2 healed people or 2 people on a healing journey can have a healthy relationship. 2 unhealed people can't do anything but hurt each other, okay? So how do you end a toxic relationship? Carefully. And I'm not no relationship expert, but I do know that, at least for me, the number one way to end a toxic relationship is to stop being in denial about the relationship. That's the first step to solving any problem. Deal with it. Head up. With truth. Stop lying to yourself, okay? Listen to Eve. Love is blind 100 times until you realize that what you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find, okay? What you have to go from, you have to go from denial to acceptance, okay? Once you accept you are someplace you don't need to be, then you can work on leaving. And that's all I got. Okay, the rest you got to talk to an expert about. Go talk to your therapist or something. But I am really tired of us just standing around watching dysfunction until it's too late. Now this woman who is 8 months pregnant is in jail with a $2 million bail. And a man is dead for no other reason than nobody intervened to say, hey, enough is enough. Please give Keisha Golden of Chicago the biggest hee-haw. Tragic story, man. Terrible.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Yes, indeed.
Now, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Let's talk about smelling tart, smelling ripe, musty, funky.
Your musty ass. Boy, you sit your little musty ass down somewhere now. Salute
Now,
to 843.
Now, do you remember a time where you smelled musty, funky, and somebody picked it up, or you just felt embarrassed? 800-585-1051. I have one.
I know you stink right now.
No, I don't.
I got one too, but I ain't telling it. But just know, having a black wife will save your stink ass life. Okay?
Yeah.
Dropping the clues bombs for my wife. All right? Telling you when you stink.
So the last 50 Cent interview, I ran out the house and I didn't put deodorant on. And I'm a sweater. When I say I'm a sweater, I sweat. Like I sweat when I sleep. I sweat.
You're a sweater.
And I remember doing that interview, and I remember smelling myself.
Ooh, the mic
And I didn't even
smells
want
you.
to take a picture with y'all because I stank so bad. Like I ran to the back.
So that day I told you stunk. That was the truth. I mean, I tell you stink all the time just because you light skinned.
I feel like there's been several instances where Envy stinks.
He definitely has. I agree with you.
No, that's not true. Shut
Yes,
up.
there have.
No, it hasn't.
We actually had a meeting about it.
Musty is one thing, but boy, when somebody tell you your ass stink.
Or you
Once
know
again,
what? When
dropping the
people
clues
say
bomb
and
for
you're
my
not
wife.
in the room, they like, yo, y'all.
I don't talk behind people back like that. If you stink, I'm gonna tell you in some way.
We
shape,
actually
or
had
form.
to do an intervention one time.
With who?
We,
Somebody here?
well, we had an intern.
Hey!
Yes, we did. We did it here. Yep, we sure did.
Hey! How did
Let's
that
not
go?
do that though. Let's not do that.
Yeah,
though.
let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
But we did, yeah.
See,
But-
you talk too damn much.
Yeah, you go too far.
And then
800.
people used to make jokes. They'd be like, you smell me? And then,
Not me. I ain't make no joke.
Nah, I didn't make no
I was
jokes.
honest.
wait, I don't know who y'all are talking about.
Who you talking about?
Oh, you're talking about someone else.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 800.
I was talking about when I was at Serious.
You sounded like you sounded
But
like
it
a
sounds
human
like
resource
y'all are
problem
talking
right
about a different person.
there.
Yeah, I don't know if you was involved in that one, Envy.
This is me and you.
Yeah, me, you, and the
So
homie.
you told him?
Definitely.
Yeah, we did.
But there
But
was
y'all talked about it first before you told him.
No. I told him as soon as it hit my nostrils. But you know what? Though he was working too hard. There was something going on around that whole time, and
Yes.
we all had to be here for like days.
Yes.
It was a natural disaster.
Yes. Well,
It was
So
a
no
hurricane.
one else stunk but this person.
Yes.
yes.
Who laughing? That's Taylor. Taylor, you better not laugh, Taylor. You better shut up.
800-585-1051. Let's have
Smell me?
musty stories. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.